KUHS.com. Welcome everybody to the show. Saddle up here. Broadcast from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. here in the Mile House city of Denver, Colorado. We're on Mountain Standard Time. Remember to go KUHSdenver.com. You can listen in, or you can go to Facebook Live. You can hear us and watch us live here in the studio. I have a very special guest, Mr. Mike Massey. We'd like you to say hello to everybody here.
Hey, everybody.
It's like,
How's everybody doing out there in TV land?
I'm going to patch you in and go right to your face right there, and you can talk a little bit. We're going to talk to Mike Massey and talk to him about who he is and what he does. Mike Massey is a world-renowned pool player as well as an aspiring country western star. Is that correct? Playing all your good music?
Well, I don't know if you call me a country western star. You know, I'm getting ready to. I just turned 70 years old. If I become a country western star, I'll be the oldest person in the world to ever make it at 70, start into his career as a country western singer. But it's my passion, and we're starting to promote my music now. And I've been singing quite a few years. You know, when I do shows and. I write country and country gospel, and
it's got a hold of you pretty good. Now,
music's powerful. Music's powerful, and it's a good way to express yourself, your emotions, and everything. And story. I like most of mine storytelling songs. Yeah.
Now let's talk a little bit about your pool playing too. You got it all the way back to '96 Hall of Fame, 8-ball champion, '96 winning team member in Moscone Cup. You've been a snooker world trick shot champion. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. If you look you up in Wikipedia, it's like there's 16 pages. No, I just not. But
well, I've won 24 or 25 major championships. I won 18 world championships in trick shots. I've been on ESPN probably 200 times. You know, won 8 of those, 3 team and 5 individuals. I've been to like 40 countries. That's all it is, travel. I was in China 2 months ago. I'm still active playing, still playing in tournaments. And doing pretty good, yeah.
And tell me here, Mike, do you have a favorite cue stick you carry with you, or multiple?
Well, of course
sticks?
I do. I got a Mucci cue, and Bob Mucci says if you're using a Mucci cue, you're cheating.
How come? What's the weight and all that kind of thing you brought?
That's the ego, yeah. No, Mucci's been making cues for 53 years now, I think, American made, and a lot of top players use this cue for many years. And it's the balance, it's just the technology of the cue, how the deflection of the shaft and everything, very low deflection. And the cue is very important to a professional player, just like a set of golf clubs is to a golfer, you know.
The type of woods, too.
Yeah, the woods.
What kind of woods?
Well, he uses
maple?
all kinds of woods, but maple is the shaft. The shaft is maple, but he uses all kinds of woods, and beautiful, and they can range anywhere from 300 to 4,000, you know.
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
yeah.
And so what's yours cost, 4,000?
No, when I use about $600-700 cue, but there are cues that go. It's hard to believe there's cues go up $40,000 and $50,000. Some of these collector cues and stuff, you know.
And I'm sure in a lot of your interviews, everybody asks you this. When did you get started, Mike?
Well, I started.
You had to a grasshopper or what?
No, I went in a pool room one day. I was 13 years old.
See,
in
Loudon,
Tennessee, and I had to forge a permit, you know, to go in. And this was the old smoke-filled. You know, the spittoons along the wall and everything and stuff in a little town called Loudon, Tennessee. And I went in, and it's like I almost knew what I was doing when I first started playing, you know.
And it's interesting because if you really look at it, you started out in these smoke-filled rooms, and there was a lot of big men in there doing their thing. They'd get pissed off. You probably see a lot of that kind of thing.
Well, yeah, you know, by the time I was 15 years old, I was like the best. I used to hitchhike to Knoxville and the other time. I was like the best player around. I was hustling when I was 15 years old.
And how old are you now, like 18 or 20?
Now, I just turned 70 just a few days
Isn't that
ago.
nice? I know. We've seen that April 7th.
9th, yeah.
Well, happy birthday, Mike.
Well, thank you very much.
We should have had a cake here for you. We'd have munched
yeah. But no, the pool is, you know, it's taken me all over the world. Like I said, I've been in like 40 countries and met many people. You know, the 5 movies. Got to do a movie with Johnny Cash in 1983, which was the highlight of my career. I was a big Johnny Cash fan, so I got to spend a lot of time with Johnny and June, and Waylon Jennings came by. I got to meet him, and you know, I've done shows for Prince of Brunei. I've went to Prince of Brunei. I've done shows for, I'm not going to mention them, but heads of mafias in other countries and stuff. And I might be in a motorcycle bar one day doing a show and stuff, and 3 weeks later I might be in a palace somewhere across over in India or somewhere. I don't know.
And I bet you really enjoy that kind of thing, walking in, and it's awe-inspiring just to walk into some of these countries, because you are who you are, and you've made a name for yourself all over the world. And KUHS Denver is an international station. And at this time, I'd like to say hello to Madrid, Spain, Baker in Louisiana, Gayal Becas, Carlos in Argentina, Spain, the Netherlands, Bogota, Colombia, Indonesia, Brazil.
I've been all those places except playing in Brazil, but in Madrid now, there's a TV program I was on where they use a big goose. I don't know if it's still on. I've been in Spain quite a few times.
And you love Spain. Spain, they say, is just a beautiful country to visit.
Oh, Barcelona now, it's not considered Spain. You know, it's Catalonian. You know, because when I was on the TV program there, I said something about Spain. Said, no, it's Catalonian.
Did you go see any bullfights?
No, I didn't see any bullfights.
Running of the bulls or anything?
No, I didn't see that.
Would you ever get in something like that? Running from the bulls? Hell no.
I like my sport better. It's more safer than.
Who was your toughest? We got to ask you this. Who is one of your toughest pool opponents?
You know, there's so many great players out there now, especially now, because see, when I was first playing, it was mostly just America. And then, of course, the Philippines and Sweden was like one of the first countries in Europe that got into pool. But now it's played all over the world. There's great players everywhere. But my opinion, which I believe is the opinion of most people in the pool world, Efren Reyes is my opinion, and most people think the greatest all-around player to ever live. And he's like 62, 63 now. And they call him the magician, and he's a tremendous player. Comes from the Philippines. Philippines got great players.
Really?
Oh yeah, and Taiwan. I mean, the Philippines. There's quite a few over here playing now. Dennis Acola right now is playing really, really good.
Have you ever faced him? Both these people you named, did you face them?
I've played Efren twice, and he got me.
Did he really?
Yeah, one pocket once, 9 pots. It's amazing I haven't played him more times. But I have a really good record with some of the other top players, though. You know, like Mizrak and Earl Strickland and some of these players. You know, I got some good records with some of the other players, and I've won. I was a national 9-ball champion. I just don't do trick shots, and I've got multiple runs of over 200 playing straight pool. I ran 330 racks in 24 hours in Austria.
And I've seen that. Yeah, in 24 hours it was. What was this one? 1100, 230. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, the one that was really the hardest was I ran. We call it playing the ghost in 9-ball. You break the balls and you take cue ball in hand on your first shot. So I ran 330 racks. I had 330 breaking runs in a 24-hour period.
Wow.
Now it wasn't consecutive, of course, you know. And then another time I made 8,090 balls playing with one hand in 24 hours. And so these are marathons. I'm wanting to do another one, play 70 racks of 8 walking around in 24 hours.
Now check this out. If you're just patching right into us here on KUHSdenver.com, heard internationally, we're global, which means we're global and local. We have Mike Massey, world pool player, world championship pool player of snooker, straight 9-ball, all kinds of things, and he's going to be playing some music here for us in a little bit. But right now we're going to continue talking to him. If you're just patched in, Mike Massey in the KUHS studios here in Denver, Colorado, broadcast internationally, and we have been saying a lot of hellos to the Netherlands, San Francisco, Italy, France, Norway, Portugal, Charlotte, North Carolina, Germany, all over the world as they patch in, and they know because we hashtagged into their social media sites to listen as we talk to one of the greats in pool, and that is Mike Massey here in the studio at KUHSdenver.com. Welcome everybody to come here and join in with us, and as we continue talking to Mike, let's continue on with some more of your pool. What would you say was one of your most outstanding shows, playing pool and winning it? The one you remember and you'll never forget.
The first World Trick Shot Championships I won in snooker was You know, that was over in England. I won 3 world championships in snooker in trick shots, not in the regular snooker. And, you know, it's hard to say, you know, really. I mean, but I'm going to say one thing, though, too. You know, I've won all these championships that I've won. See, I've won all these championships, and you know what? To be truthful with you, there was no joy in all of them. It's all old ego satisfaction.
Serious?
I'm serious.
Just an ego
I
thing?
needed, last time I won in the ESPN event, I won $30,000, and about 2 weeks later, I had to hand it over to the IRS. Okay, I needed the money, and I was
funny.
almost in a trance when I won that one. I mean, I was depressed and everything, you know. And you know, but I have joy sometimes that overtakes me now, knowing that my name, or believing my name, is written in the Lamb's Book of Life because of what Jesus Christ did on the cross.
And we like to hear from that, because
Yeah.
last night we carry a Christian show at night from 10 to 12, and he was up here on this international camera sitting right here at a different angle talking about what you're talking about right now.
And sports, you know, I believe you should, if you have a talent and ability and gift, you know, do your best in that sport. But the big thing that I found out is this is the key as a Christian. If you're a Christian, like in pool or any sport, if you make a foul, you do something and you know you did it wrong, even the referee might not even see it, call it on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't, I guarantee you you will pay the
will pay.
result. If you know.
I like the way you put that.
No, really, if
No,
you know
I'm with
it,
you.
call it on yourself, and because you know.
And will the
God-
ref recognize it and give it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And,
really?
and now snooker players do that a lot, and the golfers do it a lot. You know, the golfers that you've seen on TV where I know Greg Norman once was using an illegal ball. You know, he didn't know it at first. You know, it just hadn't been tested, and a few people, and you will always, because if you know yourself, we get so caught up in winning. Sometimes we'll do almost anything to win. I mean, I used to take drugs and everything else. When back in the old days when I used to hustle and stuff, you know, and it's not so much about winning. You know, I mean, you want to do your best. You want to try. If you're in that sport, you want to try your best to win. You know, put all your effort into it, but be honest with yourself. It's very important. You know, and
KUHSdenver.com with Mike Massey, world pool player extraordinaire. I mean, the man is just giving us some good feedback on all what he's done and what he just said now, which is awe-inspiring. That's really nice. And then the other thing, Mike, I'm sure a lot of people ask this question too. Your eyesight has to be right on point to look at that ball of how you're going to cut it. Is that true? You like the lighting has to be perfect. I mean, if you see a little glare on your ball, how do you? I mean, you know that's true.
Yes and no. Yes and no. I mean, I like good lighting. It's very important to see and stuff. But I tell you, I knew a player down in Florida that he wore shades and he was almost blind. He was almost blind.
Oh my God!
And he played good. His last name was Brown. I forget his first name. But if you're in stroke, I tell you what, when you're playing really good and you're in stroke, see you actually see the shot before you get down on the ball. Your bodies are lined up, you see the shot, and you get down and you pull the trigger and shoot, and you're on line. If you play like, and sometimes my vision is, I have good vision, but not all the time, you know. And but your instincts, you've done it so much, you get your body down, you see the shot, you get down on the shot, you pull the trigger, you know, because it's like.
It's interesting, yes.
Yeah, really, the vision is very important, but sometimes, you know, like, it's amazing. Sometimes I can read a paper without glasses, and sometimes it's for what emotional state I'm in, you know, really at times, you know. And, you know, vision, but vision, the lighting is really important in pool, you know, because if you, for instance, if the lighting's not very good and you got a blank ball, the 8 ball's next to the rail, sometimes the shadows, it's hard to see where to hit it, you know. But a lot of it is just instinct, just seeing the shot, and, I mean, if I'm in stroke, I just get out there and just, I mean, it's amazing. It's so easy, you know, it's just.
Now let's talk about this, trick shot magic champion. Now,
Yeah.
how do you come up with your trick shots? Where do you develop these at? Do you just start saying, I'm going to do this and do that, and then keep doing it over and over till you get it?
Some of them's been around for many, many years.
Oh, so they're already.
There are shots. Matter of fact, the butterfly shot, which is a famous shot, 6 balls in 6 pockets. Okay, that shot is in a book in 1908 by Joe Hood. No one even knows who came up with the shot.
Wow.
Yeah. But I've designed, I have a book out on trick shots, and I've got about 50-something of my own shots, I think it is. But there's there's a lot of shots that I've come up with my stroke, you know, and everything, and design, and some of them are variations of other shots, you know, too. And but my boot shot is my most famous shot. My boot, I mean, that's my best favorite shot.
I've seen that one where a gal was sitting outside the perimeter there,
Well,
and you hit it.
But on ESPN, though, I have the boot propped up, and it's 12 feet it's 12 feet away. It's from the side pocket. It's like 11 or 12 feet. And I shoot the cue ball through the air into the cowboy boot. Okay. Now I did that on Regis and Kelly. You know Regis and Kelly.
Yeah.
I had Regis holding the boot. I overshot the boot, hit him dead on the knuckle. And I know it had to hurt because I hit Francine on the knuckle one time too. I never did get on that show again.
Oh. They never got you back. He did that on purpose.
He was a good sport, you know. But their adrenaline was going overshot him right. And he said, "Let's do it again." So
now you got to hit that hard. Or
oh yeah, it's a jump shot.
Like
now next time I shot it and I hit it perfect. But what he did, he saw the ball coming and he jerked the boot out of the way because he's probably just going to hit it.
He got nervous.
Nah, he's a good sport. You know.
As long as that came through real nice. Okay, so what we're going to do now, you want to play a couple of tunes live, right?
Yeah, I do.
And so why don't we get to that right now and to entertain our audience who, I mean, we got a huge audience from New York City patched in, Germany, the United Kingdom, Buenos Aires, Sofia, Bulgaria, Sweden, Finland.
Okay.
That kind of says a lot.
I'm going to do a song I wrote many years ago, and a lot of people wouldn't want to be like this person, you know. But I tell you what, I think he's one of the most blessed people on the face of earth. It's called Hometown Hobo. Each day you could see him, little morning and night, walking down the road, up pushing his bike. Our hometown hobo who lived in a wooden crate, he came here many years ago on a train hauling freight. I clearly remember now the day he arrived. He came in on the southbound 645. Not a penny in his pocket and only one change of clothes. And where a hobo came from, God only knows. You know, next to the city dump, he made himself a home. He found this old broken down bicycle that he could call his own. Yeah, he always had a smile and a friendly word to say, or sing you a gospel song in his own special way. He'd sing those gospel songs, the hair on my arm would rise. Maybe won't shout hallelujah when the tears come to my eyes. He'd sing, Jesus loves me, yeah, I saw that light as he walked down the road, up pushing his bike. You know, handouts he wouldn't take, he had too much pride. He made his living just selling cans that people threw aside. Yeah, he kept our gutters clean from those soft aluminum cans. Took down our no litter sign for the love of that man. Then one day, on my way from work, I saw him fall down and I was afraid that he was hurt. Well, I rushed up beside him just to see if I could help. And I sensed the love of Jesus, and man, it was all around me where I knelt. His spirit was as pure as a child the age of 1. His face began to glow just like the golden sun. From gutter to glory, yeah, a hobo he passed away. But he was singing a gospel song in his own special way. He'd sing those gospel songs, the hair on my arm would rise. Maybe one won't shout hallelujah when the tears come to my eyes. He'd sing, Jesus loves me, yeah, I saw the light as he walked down the road, a push of his back. As he walked down that road, a push of his back.
There you have it with Mike Massey, world champion pool player, yet listen to this good jams he brought in here and did it live. Acoustically, that's called unplugged, which, no, really, that's one of the finest ways to actually deliver a song is unplugged. And that's a big thing now in New York City. All the big name bands or players, they go up there and they do it acoustically.
I love it. I like the sound better when it is unplugged. Yes. And then in Nashville, there's many places there, of course, the Bluebird and the Holiday Inn. I sing at the Holiday Inn.
They always call it unplugged, right?
Yeah, I sing at the Commodore there, and I'm going to be doing a showcase probably a few months from now. I'm going to do another recording, an album, and I got a couple of producers there in Nashville going to produce me, and but I sing at all the top writers go in there. I mean, you might see somebody's got Garth Brooks hits and all these writers and stuff, and they have showcases. But now they do plug it in, you know.
Oh,
but it's a guitar, and they get up and sing. And now
it's still acoustic, but plugged in.
Yeah, there's a place, I don't know if it's still there, in St. Louis, Missouri, where every Sunday they would get a round table, and they'd all share a song.
Yeah,
like sometimes it might be 10, sometimes 20. And then Knoxville, there's a place there where songwriters get together and stuff, you know, and do that on the weekend, just like I said, unplugged, you know. And
so all those who are just chiming in right now, and there's a lot that just booting right in with us. Mike Massey is in the studio here at KUHSdenver.com. We're being broadcast internationally. If you're anywhere in the world, of course, in some other parts of the world, it's 6 p.m. Like if you're in London, Paris, France, you're 7-8 hours away, but you're patched in with us, and we really enjoy you doing that. Because we love you out there too. We do have a broadcast that comes from the Northern Quarter out there back this way. That's the Big Fat Indie Show, which is broadcast as KUHSdenver.com. So we'd like to say hello to them out there because they really push us and make us look big. So that's a good thing. Mike Massey here in the studio here on KUHSdenver.com. Mike, we'll just finish up a little bit of the more of the pool thing, then we're going to get into another song. You've got another song for us, don't you?
Yeah, I could play. This is one. Now, if people check it out, MikeMasseyArtist.com. I've got like 14 songs on there that people can download, like $10. So and this song is actually on there twice. I've recorded this song about 4 different times. One I'm going to sing now, and it's called "In Heaven It's Impossible to Lose."
Nice. It even has a good title to
it,
too.
And I'm a co-writer. I didn't. Steve Mullenix wrote when I first got into really writing poems. I didn't know how to write a song. I was writing poems, and he made it into a song. And then I started learning how to turn my poems into songs. You know, and this here is. Sing 3 chords. Now I'm limited on my. I'm a 3-chord man. You know.
That's all right. Sounds great.
Here we go. I needed to escape from the hustle of the barroom, lifestyle I built killing me. How everybody knew how good I was at pool, but the game was all they could see. One night I closed my eyes, I thought that I was dying. In my dreams I found the open door. I finally entered in, forgiven of my sin. I was higher than I'd ever been before. Came upon a city that glistened like the morning. A million millionaires can't compare. You know, everybody, they just kind of smile when I ask about a pool room. Angel took my hand and led me there. There were thousands of tables. I found that I was able to make any shot I would choose. We had to take turns. Very soon I learned in heaven it's impossible to lose. picking fights. There ain't no jukebox gonna ever play the blues. Nobody placed a bet, there ain't nobody getting in debt, 'cause in heaven it's impossible to lose. You know, I must have looked surprised when I saw friends who died. Yeah, Charlie now, he was from the Folsom prison cell. Oh, he's the meanest man there. He fried in a chair. I surely thought his soul was bound for hell. But he told me that the keeper of the city had forgiven him. His whole life passed away. He said I had to leave, but if I would just believe, someday I could come again and stay. There ain't no neon lights, ain't nobody picking fights, ain't no jukebox gonna ever play the blues. Nobody placed a bet, nobody got in debt, 'cause in heaven it's impossible to lose. In heaven it's impossible to lose.
Mike Massey, world champion pool player, but yet he's a world champion guitarist and singer. What do you think of that? Mike, we forgot to ask you, when did you start doing this?
Well, you know, my dad was he could pick up a guitar and play anything. I was raised in the honky tonks when I was 8 years old. I was going to the honky tonks and drinking my beer and playing poker, doing all the things and stuff as a little child. I lived a pretty unusual childhood life. And I was actually drunk the first time I was 3 years old. I know that's
didn't I tell you knee high to a grasshopper? I had it right on point.
And I busted an all-night poker game when I was 8 years old. Won all the money.
No,
in the
you
game.
didn't.
I was 8 years old.
8 years old, come on.
I could hold out cards in my lap. I knew how to cheat and everything and stuff, you know. And I lived in poverty. I lived in about 14 different houses by the time I was born until I went in the military at 17. I went in 64.
How long did you stay in the military?
3 years in Germany, in Berblingen. And, you know, I want to say something. I have an 8th grade education. Never went a year of school without missing at least 20 days. I've been run over by a car 3 different times. I was in a coma, 107 temperature as a child. I've had so many accidents, so many head injuries, you wouldn't believe. I've been hit over the head. I've been locked up in rooms, people coming out with guns, knives.
Is this has to do with pool?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Oh, yeah.
I
was a hardcore hustler.
And they get really
You
upset.
can find this on the internet. I was a hardcore hustler. I associated with I was the lowest of the low, really. I was in jail 6 times. You know.
This is really good stuff.
Yeah, well, you know, I want to tell you, there are people out there
they think it's all pretty and butterflies.
Well, this man I'm talking about is actually dead, though. See, he died on the cross.
Oh, I get it.
When I say I'm talking about the old man.
Yeah.
Because he died on the cross. See, that's the whole thing. And sometimes I look back a little bit too much. Apostle Paul said, don't look back, you got to press forward, you know, and keep him dead. But to give your testimony, realize there are people out there that's in these penitentiaries, these places that's done horrible things. Jesus died for them, but you've got to truly repent and mean it.
Because if you don't, right.
Yeah, if you repent and believe in your heart he died on the cross for your sins, you shall be saved. Now then, after that, there's still the war of the flesh. There's a battle going on inside me continually. You know,
you got to keep it in check.
Every born-again Christian knows that the carnal man is against God, you know, and we war every day. But the thing about it, don't look at that war. Keep your eyes on Jesus, you know.
Right.
And then, man, I have joy sometimes tries to overtake me. I'm serious. I've been in there. I go in there every once in a while.
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, I get in there with Jesus and the angels and really. I mean, through singing and stuff, you know. And then, you know, then you got to come out and tell other people about it, you know.
And some people don't understand it.
Yeah, and then when you come out, you got to battle that flesh some more too. You know, it sounds strange, but it's see, this is not my home.
Okay, now check this out, Mike. Okay, now you've been all over the world.
Yeah.
You've had all these fun times doing all these different things. Okay, so when you go and you, like I see one here where you were you won a championship, and you stand up, you say, wow, and you say it's all got to do with ego and it doesn't.
You know, here's the thing about it. See, I was fooling myself, really. most of those competitions that went wasn't the money, it wasn't the thing. There's something called vainglory. I've
call it
vainglory of my flesh. Apostle Paul had to have a thorn in the flesh to keep him humble. See, when my flesh gets out of hand, I know that ego can take off like a rocket, and you better catch it.
Yeah, people can't control
it.
Well,
that's that bipolar stuff, And here's what really, I was on I was on medication. But not anymore because I learned how to humble myself before God.
And know what's right.
Humble yourself before God, and really humble yourself. And sometimes it's hard. That ego is like I said, it wants to take off like a rocket. But here, I'm gonna tell you something. Everywhere high it goes, that's how low it's got to come back down to. See, that's all those ups and downs and stuff. And that flesh can accomplish a thing. It can go ahead and conquer the world. You gain the whole world, lose your soul, you profit nothing. See, the thing about it is God shows us it's a new. I get joy now sometimes just watching a dog turn flips or something, or a bird or something. I mean, or something. I go.
That sounds like me.
Well, I go to these. We go to these countries. Like the Philippines. We went to. I was in the Philippines for a month the last time, doing missionary work.
Right.
And they laugh at everything. They're happy and stuff. And a lot of these people in poverty and stuff. They're close together. Now, my hometown hobo song. Like I said, see, I believe in prosperity. I believe you can be a billionaire and still love God, and have lots of money as long as that money doesn't have you.
And that's right, because that can really come to play in a lot of cases, right?
Well, as long as it doesn't have you, see, that's the key. But some people can't handle it. Like, I don't want to be wealthy, and really of my own. I mean, I want to have my needs and everything stuff, but it might, I might start relying too much on that wealth and stuff, And I've relied on my fame at one time. When you're famous and you're a celebrity, people treat you different. And it's a shame, really. And it's really
because everybody wants pictures with you. All the girls.
Yeah.
What about all the ladies? How do you fend
I tell you
them
what,
off?
that's
How do you fend off the
temptations? The temptations. I'm just like human, just like anybody else. It's rough. It is.
It's rough.
But what I do, I just say, I want to say I don't want to have any. Our problem in this world is see, God has no respect of persons. He loves all the same.
Right.
Okay, sometimes we show favoritism towards looks or towards money and stuff. That's sin. In church, like in a church,
gluttony and stuff.
And we out wrestle with all those things and stuff. But if you think about this, beauty is really in the eyes. It is in the eyes of the.
That's right. You can look at somebody; they're beautiful.
Beautiful here.
Yeah, but
you go to Africa, it would be ugly, maybe. Yeah, I mean, right? I mean, that's all. That's all. What is beauty? What is beautiful? I mean, sometimes I'm serious. Sometimes when I'm in the spirit, you take someone that's snaggled toothed and all messy up and dirty and everything stuff. Man, I'm serious, man. The love I have for something, because you don't see, God sees the heart, and it's a shame sometimes that people, we can't smile and laugh and everything, because sometimes we're so self-conscious of our looks or of our teeth or something.
Yeah, you can't just bust a gut.
Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it anyway.
Yeah,
if you're in a church and you want. Don't think about it. God's not looking at your teeth. Matter of fact, I got false teeth. Sometimes I thought at times maybe I just take my teeth out and sing, see what they, but I don't. Really, because laugh, let your smile.
You're making us laugh, and you're just putting it out there because it's coming from a man of wisdom.
Well,
Let me say, Mike Massey, telling you like it is. All you people. Listen to this man.
God looks at the heart. He doesn't look at our teeth.
Listen. Can you hear that?
Teeth are to eat with anyway. They're not to look pretty. Okay. Really, think of it. What are teeth for?
That's right.
Now think about this. When Adam and Eve was created, okay, did they have any mirrors? Did they have any combs? Huh? Okay, they just saw the beauty. I mean, I don't know how they look. They might have been like monkeys. I don't know. What I'm saying, but they were created in the image of God.
Right.
The heart. That's what the heart and creative ability.
And that's where it's got to be, right?
Yeah, it's our hearts and the creativeness that we have and everything. That's the image of God, And then, Apostle Paul, he says, he can move mountains and do all these things. If you don't have charity, it profits nothing. The main thing is charity, having the love of God in your heart. That's the most important thing. Right. Miracles never change a person's lives. I wanted to walk on water at one time. Here's why.
Walk on water.
Well, here's why. Because I have no doubt.
Right.
So I have not one speck of doubt. So I said, God, let me. let me just run across this river here and just show these people you're real, you know. You know what? Satan can give you power to do that too, you know.
I was going to ask you,
yeah.
there's two other questions that
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of the audience wants to know is, what was the most you've ever made in one pool championship? I'm sure there's a big, big prize.
The
money.
ESPN Trick Shot Magic, I got 4 times I won. I got 25, then I got 30 once I won. Then the team did. But I got 30,000 one time just for playing in the tournament.
Just to play.
Just to play, because I'm a Hall of Famer.
Right.
And
I seen that.
Kevin Trudeau a few years ago was going to try to start this tour. A lot of you know Kevin Trudeau. Hey, Kevin, you're listening. I know you're in prison right now, but I want to say hi to you up there. You know,
can they listen to you in prison if they can log in?
Well, they might.
Log in.
But anyway, now Kevin, he had to go to prison, but he did actually try to start a pool tour. And he paid out all the money. You know, he gave Hall of Famers, living Hall of Famer got 30,000 just for playing in the tournament. You know.
Wow.
And I just gotten in the Hall of Fame in 2005. I got inducted in the Hall of Fame, and I needed the money too.
Now, see, you know how you said
yeah, let's say something now. Pool. See, the sport in pool is not like golf and these other sports. You know,
right.
I mean, if you make $100,000 or so, or even $60,000, $70,000 in pool, you're doing good. You know, really, I'm serious.
Very good.
Yeah. But it's a much bigger. There's more people play pool than golf and tennis combined together. You know.
That's right. Yeah.
And then worldwide, now they're having some good tournaments in China with good money. It's booming over there. I was in China 2 months ago. You know, so they're booming. But as far as money, it's in pool. It's not like other sports. You know, and these guys, the talent that they have is unbelievable too. You know, and the shame about it, some of them do get into the hustling and the gambling, and it's a bad environment, man.
Now, do they have any kind of cool cue sticks that have your name on it?
Yeah, well,
endorsements.
Okay, I
and
endorse
stuff?
them. Yeah, I gotta mention my endorsers.
Yes,
okay,
I gotta tell you.
But a Mucci Q, you know, and I've won many titles with Mucci Q. Andy cloth, which is a cloth kind of like Simona's cloth, or is a really good grade of cloth. And then the Ultimate Pool Challenge playing cards. And it's a really neat deck of cards that you can get and play games. And it's for mine's for the higher skill level players, but you deal out the cards and you shoot the shots and stuff. You know, you take turns shooting the shot. And it's really neat. And then I have a tool that teaches you where to hit center balls called the Sure Stroke tool. And then I just came out with a new DVD, 50 shots every serious player needs to know.
Wow.
And this is my website is MikeMasseyArtist.com, and it's on the website too. And
How much does that go for?
Well, you can get a download for $20. So
Oh, that's pretty cheap for all the trick shots on there.
It's not trick shots. These are shots that come up.
Shots.
Now this is for high skill level players. These are shots that come up in the game of pool when you don't think there's a shot there.
There's a
or
shot
how to
there.
get position. Yeah, there's 50, but there's variations of the shots. There's actually about 130, 135 shots. And I did it with Tor Lowry, which a lot of people in the pool world know. He's a very good instructor. He did a great job on the editing and everything. We're professional, and it's called 50 Shots Every Serious Player Should Know.
And Mike, how long, okay, this question comes up a lot. How long does it take before you decide you're going to take that one shot of this DVD-ROM that you have, and there's one that you say, oh, that shot's not there, but it is. It's sitting there. How long does it take before you make that decision?
Well, you know, like I said, sometimes you don't think there's a shot there. And this is where the trick shots help, you know, because the trick shot artists really know a lot of shots that regular pool players don't know, some of them don't play pool that good, they do the trick shot, but these are shots that come up in the game. So, but if I look at a shot, see, it's different. If I'm in that rhythm, everything is so fast. I just see the shot and shoot it. It's automatic.
You just know it.
It's like
you've been doing this so long.
Yeah,
how many years?
57 years.
57 years, people.
Yeah.
So don't come and try to go up against Mike Massey.
Well, the thing,
if you know he's in the house,
think about it.
don't try it.
You know
Roger,
what?
don't do it.
Here's the way I feel. Instead of getting worse, I should be getting better. I've been playing 57 years. You know, really. I mean, you know, I'm too old to get. I think I play better than I ever played in my life when I'm on. Now, here's the problem.
Well, how do you know when you're on?
Well, here's the problem.
The day, the warmth, weather.
Yeah, the problem is you get older and stuff that keep that drive of wanting to win. You know, like these young guys, they're hungry. Boy, they get up there and they, you know.
Like Roger.
Yeah, and then see, I might get up there and play a match and play perfect, just run out. But my next match, I might be because that's not my super top priority, you know, and everything, you know, and you know, I've been winning some tournaments in the last few years and stuff. I won a few pretty good tournaments. But the thing about it, it's hard for, and you know, be truthful with you. I battle with the flesh when I'm competing sometimes.
Yeah.
I
was going to ask you this one.
I hate it when my flesh. So I know when I'm wanting to win too much. You know how I know when I'm wanting to win too much?
You got butterflies.
No, I start pulling against my opponent.
Really?
And I hate that. And
Now,
I hate that. You know, it's a fleshly thing. That's selfish. I hate that.
Now, when you go to a tournament, there's some big names there, including yourself.
Yeah.
Do you get the butterflies? You get nervous? Ever?
Well, nervous is. I hope you should get nervous. We're not robots, you know. I mean,
I know, but I mean, does
nervous
it come over you? Have you ever
well,
gone?
sometimes it does. And the thing about it is, we're human. You know, some people are dead in those senses so much. Like I had a friend they called Iceman. That was Larry Huff, passed away a couple of years. Great player. And there's another one they call Iceman. Sometimes if you don't watch it, you can deaden those senses. You can get so desensitized, you can be like a robot.
It's just like.
Yeah, but you don't feel. You can accomplish a lot of things, but you don't feel anything. So you just eliminate everything. You know, we get.
You gotta have those senses because you're playing pool, which is a very unique type of game, right? Because it's angles.
It's feel. See, it's feel, and after you do a shot over and over. I used to be a brick mason too, and I was a firefighter. I've done other things. I was carpenter work, all kinds of things. But I was a brick mason. Used my hands a lot in that. And it's eye-hand coordination, and when you're in that rhythm, see, they call it the zone, like basketball. They're not thinking how far how many steps I got to take to jump and do this dunk.
Right.
You're just doing it, and that's the same way in pool or anything.
Just in it.
If you're in that zone, and I call it, but see, not the zone, but when I'm in the spirit. See, if I'm in
that's a good.
well, if I'm in the right spirit, see, where the Spirit of the Lord is, there's freedom. So if I'm in the right spirit, it's all about giving.
Nobody could touch you.
But it's all about giving. See, it's all about making the other. It's not like I'm saying, hey, look at me, how great I am and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, you get in there, people have. The other day I was at the pool room, we started doing all these shots. We was like a bunch of kids up there, just and the Spirit of the Lord was there. We was like little kids then. You know, we wasn't out trying to outdo each other or anything stuff.
Just playing some good pool.
Yeah, and then that old spirit comes in there, the old ego gets in there. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's this way. It's not that way. You know, and then, you know. But that's part of it. That's the life.
Mike, do you have any other song? You want to do one more song for us?
Well, how about playing a couple?
I can play them. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you.
How about playing?
Tell us about. I don't have. They don't come up here in order. Yeah. I got track 1, 2, 3, 4. You got to tell me which track.
Let's do. I'll tell you what. Let's do picking and a grinning, which is number 11. And the reason. Well, no. I'll tell you what. Let's do Two Country.
Okay.
Two Country is a song I got.
Which number is that?
It's number 14. Toby Keith, if you're listening, this is one somebody's trying to get to you, okay? Number 14. And this is it's called Two Country. 14.
Is that it?
That's not it.
That's not it?
No, that's not it.
That's not even me there.
That was 14. Is that the wrong track?
No, that's 14.
No, that's not his track. It's not even him.
Okay. So that's what I have here, Mike Massey. That's what you burned off there.
No, it wasn't on there. It wasn't on here.
Which other one?
Well, let's do, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do one out, I know Francine's listening out there and stuff. This is a love song called If You Were the Cue Ball and I Were the Cue, number 2. Yeah, the other song, I don't know where that came from.
Is this?
That's not me.
That's not it. That's not him at all, Mike.
That one won't play. Track 2 won't play.
Well, yeah, but none of those are me.
Yeah, right.
Right. He'll let it play. We'll get another one.
Yeah.
Did it download or what?
No.
They're all right there, but they're just not playing.
Is it the right CD one? This is the one you downloaded?
Mm-hmm.
And those are all the same songs, so is this the wrong CD, Mike?
What's that?
Is this the wrong CD? Because this might have other songs on it. The songs that are playing are...
What's that? Yeah, none of these songs are mine here.
Right, but these were the songs...
That's what I put all
the songs that came up here are the ones that are playing. And
Really?
They're not yours.
Well, I might have stuck the wrong CD there. I don't even know where that came from. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so can we get it off his website?
Oh, sure.
Let's just do
Right.
that.
Yeah, run out to the car.
Yeah. Is it the SUV? The SUV right here?
We'll just do it off your website. We can play them off your website.
Yeah.
Okay, we're still live.
Oh, yeah, that'd be downloaded.
We're still
Yeah.
live.
We're still live, so we can.
Yeah,
So
they
you wanna
just-
come off the live? You're not gonna play no more music?
No.
No.
Okay, so we'll say right now, we're gonna say goodbye to you all. We're no longer live. And so we're gonna go off right now and say goodbye for now. I'm sure you enjoyed Mike Massey, and Mike, you'd like to say anything to anybody on
Yeah,
Facebook?
we'll play a few of my songs off that's been recorded. Albert Lee's my guitar player on some of them. I'm sure most of you heard of him. And I've got quite a few, country and country gospel songs. I got some great musicians, of course, Albert Lee, and I recorded some in Nashville, some in California, some in Utah, and different places, So, but you can check my website out. It's MikeMasseyArtist.com. There's 14 songs on there. You can download for like $10, and so we'll play a few for you.
Okay, so for right now, we'll see you all later. It's been enjoyable being on there. We got Roger Lopez, Mr. Magic, Mr. Magician.
RogerMagic.com.
Roger
Mike
Magic.
Massey, thank you,
That's
Mike, for
right.
being here, of course.
It's been real, so we're gonna have a good time. We'll say goodbye for now. Talk to you later.
See you.